Hey guys, so today was a bad day for me. I went on tilt. I blew 3 evaluation accounts. You'll see in this video that I recorded that I hit my daily loss limit on the first 2 evaluation accounts, and afterwards I took a break and I came back at the trading station and I continued trading without recording my trades because I was tilted, and yeah, I just didn't want to respect the rules. So I went ahead and lost 3 evaluation accounts, and then on the fourth one, I disabled my daily loss limit and I started trading it again, and I made back some losses. So I just ended the day minus 164 on that one. So my account balance is close to 50K. And yeah, besides that first evaluation account, I lost 3 other evaluation accounts, and pretty bad day all in all. Made a lot of bad mistakes, and yeah, you'll see based on this trading day that I had that I made quite a lot of mistakes. Most notable is that I just didn't respect my daily plan, and I took a lot of trades besides my daily plan. And when we hit levels that I had marked in my daily plan, I did not take those trades and I took other trades in opposition to those trading ideas. And yeah, I just got massacred. Not from the beginning. I did some good trades, I did some bad trades, but overall, yeah, during the latter part of the day, I just messed it up. So enjoy the video. This is sped up. The whole video is sped up. So yeah, it's going to take a while. If you want to watch. If not, it's only for my eyes to learn something from it. But yeah, have a good one, guys. Okay, so I'm watching this demand in the supply flip on the 30-minute chart. I can show it to you better on this screen. Let's expand this screen, and you can see here on NQ that this area around the chart has been resistance for yesterday, and we had 1, 2, then we bridged to it, we came down below, we found again some resistance here on the 30-minute, and then we bridged to it again. So right now, this area on the chart is a demand in the supply flip, and it's also in confluence with the VWAP. So if we go here, we can see that here the VWAP is also in confluence on this drop with the previous day very high, the supply and demand flip, and the VWAP. So I'm looking at this area for a long trade. If we're going to give it, hopefully at the same time, ES is going to hit the same supply and demand flip here. Although on ES, the VWAP is much lower. So we just have the SD flip and the previous day very high here for confluence. So we'll see how that goes. For now, most likely I'll wait for this 5-minute candle to close and see where we close, because I'm thinking ES might also push lower into the previous day very high, and if that happens, I'm curious if NQ will breach through support here and close back above, thus giving me an invalidation for the trade and an entry. Right now, the trade is really aggressive here on the first touch, and I don't long into this level or preset a limit order here, because if you're looking at ES, you can see here on the 5-minute chart the delta into the levels, and we didn't hit any support. So yeah, I'm just not thinking the highest probability is to go up from here. Even though we're seeing some bullish momentum in this candle, I think we might go a bit lower, because yeah. Now looking back at it, I saw that this is a supply to demand flip, 1, 2, 3 touches of the same area, and now we're bouncing from it on the ES. And yeah, this might actually be the low, but let's see here on NQ how we deal with the ATMA. My validation here would be pretty wide, 50 ticks. But yeah, we're starting to move higher. Okay, so I did decide to enter this trade with 5 micros. And I decided to enter this trade because on ES, we closed the 30-minute candle right on the previous day high level. We wicked below the level, and now we're starting to trade above the previous day high. And that means, in my perspective, at least until now, desire to go higher, continuation. And yeah, we're trying to breach the overnight high here and go towards the SFP level. And that would coincide on NQ with taking the overnight high as well, or just pushing towards the previous day high and previous week value high. Even though yeah, we did reject from this area of supply and now flip to demand, even though we didn't quite hit the previous day high and VWAP levels so much. We kind of front ran them. But here on the 5-minute, you can see that we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles of 5 minutes, so 25 minutes, not being able to breach this 19,800 level. And now we found a quick rejection here. So now I'm thinking to take profit. Oh, sorry, I misrecorded the screen. I was showing you that, yeah, this is where we closed on ES, the 30-minute candle. We were building value above. And now here on the 5-minute, this is the supply and demand flip area that we're bouncing from currently. And now I'm thinking of taking my first take profit here above the local highs on the 5-minute. And yeah, leaving a runner for this trade. And I'll see how that goes. And here on NQ, that would look like taking profit here in this area. So yeah, if we're going to get that, I'm going to try to take profit here and leave a runner. I'm thinking of getting a 3-contract take profit here and leaving the rest of the position to close or to just run for the rest of the day, because we're in a bullish market structure on the higher time frame. And yeah, I'm expecting some bullish reaction on the news in 1.5 hours on the data release. But yeah, let's wait and see what price will do until then, because right now we just found some bearish momentum coming on here. And yeah, this doesn't look so driven to continue higher. So we're just waiting here. We saw a nice push into the 50 SMA here. We did try to change the market structure here on the 1-minute, and we didn't get any candle closes above the level. We just got wicks. So yeah, that's still nothing confirmed. But here on the 5-minute, you can see that the previous day high is still holding. And yeah, unless we're going to start closing 5-minute candles below the previous day high, then yeah, I'm going to still hold the trade. And for the NQ, I want to see the VWAP and the previous day high levels hold. If we start trading below this level and start closing 5-minute candles below this level, that's when I'm going to think of exiting my micro trade. Yeah, we did close a 5-minute candle below the VWAP, and now we're seeing further bearish momentum below the level. Thinking of getting out of this trade. We're hitting VWAP here. Yeah, so for the moment, things are looking very bearish. No sign of strength. We're just pushing lower on the 5-minute, the 30-minute. And I think ES will see further downside until the previous day very high for a bullish backtest for continuation. But until then, yeah, we could see a bit lower till this level. And now, yeah, we're just continuing lower to see where this 5-minute candle closes. If we close this 5-minute candle above VWAP, I'm going to place my stop below its wick and this area. And if we close it below the VWAP, I'm thinking of exiting the trade for a loss. Yeah, I think we're just going to see lower from here, and don't really like how this trade is playing out. So let me say this again. Had we taken the lows of this 5-minute candle, I would have been out of the trade because my trading idea would have been invalidated. So that's why I waited for the candle close of this 5-minute candle that we're seeing right now. And yeah, just being patient here. So right now I'm just waiting to see where we're going to close this 30-minute candle in 3 minutes. And we just front ran my mental stop loss by a little bit here. I think I'm on, 1 point here on NQ. And if we're going to take this low, I'm going to exit this trade for a, I think, $200 loss. Yeah, the trade isn't showing signs of strength. The only sign of strength would be closing the 30-minute candle above the previous day value area. That would mean continuation higher, or yeah, the chances for continuation higher would be more probable. And I'm just patiently waiting for that to see what that will bring. Yeah, so I just did what I told you I'm going to do. I exited the trade for a loss. No problem. Trading with micros was easier than with minis. I was thinking about the fact that, yeah, this is a loss, and I don't think it's mentally affecting me as much as trading with minis would do. And for that reason, I'm just, a bit better, in a better mind space here now. And yeah, let's continue trading and see where this day brings us. I also copy traded my accounts, so yeah, I took the loss on both accounts, on both evaluation accounts. Okay, so now ES is hitting the VWAP, and we're seeing further momentum into the VWAP, although the negative delta is, I thought it was decreasing, but we still have 4 minutes in this candle, so let's see where this candle closes. We hit the previous day equilibrium level here on NQ, and I'm thinking of taking a quick long here, although everything is pointing towards more downside, and we will close a 30-minute candle inside previous day value area. Just waiting to see where we're going to close this 5-minute candle, both on ES and NQ. We need to see some sort of sign of strength here to entertain this idea of a long. So I entered this trade a bit aggressively, but I thought I'm going to get a first reaction on this scalp. We saw a 40-tick bounce, and now price is slowing down the bounce. Let's see what happens. Let's see the reaction on the 8 and 24 EMA, even though this is the micro chart, and yeah, this would be a better look on what the market is trying to do. We just hit the 8 EMA here on the mini chart, and we're trading above the VWAP on ES, but I want to see a 5-minute candle close, which is going to come pretty soon. You can see the 5-minute chart, 30 seconds to go. Let's see where this 5-minute candle is going to close. So we did close the 5-minute candle above the VWAP. Now let's see if we're going to get the reaction here on NQ. We are slicing through the 8 EMA currently. Let's see the reaction on the 24 EMA here. I have my take profit front running this level by a little bit. Cancel. It's loud. Visually, this is a nice strong reaction both on NQ and ES. Look at how we close this 5-minute candle after we touch the previous day equilibrium level and the VWAP here on ES. Hopefully I'm going to get filled on my take profit on, and if I'm going to get filled, I'm going to place my stop to break even. So I hit my take profit one here on the 24 EMA. It's not based on market structure. It's just based on the fact that we're downtrending, and this level is where responsive sellers are prone to come in to defend the downtrend. If we're going to see continuation lower, right now I'm thinking of taking another 1 micro here at VWAP and leaving a runner if we're going to get that. But let's see if we're going to get stopped out or not in this trade. So TP1 was after 70 ticks. The reaction was lovely, 120 ticks so far in two 5-minute candles, and we're still pushing higher. I could have entered with a larger position size on this trade, but I was already in drawdown after losing the first trade. So yeah, that wouldn't have been the best idea. Let's see, guys, 5-minute till New York Open. We backtested the value area high. We didn't close any 30-minute candle below it. And right now we're pushing higher as it seems. Sorry, wrong screen. So this is where you can see what I was talking about. We bounced from the previous day equilibrium level here on NQ. And right now we're trying to find some power here to make a new high. On ES and on NQ, we're still trading below the VWAP, even though on both assets, we're trading below the CVD line, and that doesn't seem as the most bullish environment. But here on ES, we're seeing more strength than on NQ, even on a higher time frame. So yeah, at the moment, we're just trying to see how New York will open, and we'll go there for our next scalp trade. I'm thinking of a SFP here on ES on this SFP level, 5666. And if we're going to close below the overnight high, that would be a great trade. And yeah, we'll see how that goes. Until then, let's wait. So we took the liquidity here to the left, and we are testing the previous day equilibrium now on ES during the NY session. And I'm thinking of, yeah, I was too slow for this. I should have entered here. Yeah, taking a long here. Yeah, I was too slow for that.
Order failed.
So we did sweep the liquidity. Oh no, we did sweep the liquidity here on ES, and I thought this was going to be an entry trigger for my short on NQ because we hit the New York VWAP and the New York Open. But yeah, still the volatility is really high, and now we're just going higher. So yeah, the trade was invalidated. It was worth a shot because had we seen a lot more bearish momentum here on ES, the trade would have played out much sooner to our advantage. But yeah, it didn't work out. If we are to reject from VWAP here, I want to see ES closing inside the SVP level as well for added confluence. Because you might just close below the VWAP, the 1 minute candle, but just see continuation higher. Placing a limit order here on NQ on the New York VWAP because ES is also struggling to break below the SVP level, and we also have buying imbalances and the New York VWAP here. So I'm not sure we're going to get back down here. We're also rejecting from the CVD line. I think this might be a bit too aggressive, so I canceled the order. Because if we reject it from the CVD line, I think we're going to see a bit lower on the reaction. And now we're seeing the trade play out that I was talking about, the sweep of the overnight high and SVP here on ES. Let's see if we're going to get the reaction here on the New York Open. I might just take a trade here based on delta. So ES hit the New York Open level right now, but we're still seeing a lot of negative delta into the level. I don't have the highest conviction in this trade, and I want to be out. If I'm going to get back at break even, I'm going to be out of this trade. I was a bit slow in deciding whether or not I want to get out of this trade, but yeah, now looking at it, I don't like the reaction at all. So we're back at break even, placing my stop in profit, and I get out at break even. Yeah, I didn't like the reaction. Even though ES is pushing higher now, we might see the trade play out, but that would have been my last bullet for the day, and I would have been out of any options left, and I would have had to buy another evaluation account to trade. So yeah, better safe than sorry, and let's just wait. You can see now the trade is playing out, but I didn't like the reaction, so that's that. We did see that on NQ, Delta was pushing lower and making lower lows before price did. So that was a telltale sign of seeing a move to the downside. I'm watching the reaction here on the VWAP on ES. The markets are not one-to-one, so this is not the best trading environment. That means look at the delta on ES here and look at the delta on NQ. They're doing the opposite thing. So this is a bit hard in terms of confluence because you just have to assume one is leading. And at this moment, I don't know which one is which. Because on one asset, we're trading above the VWAP, and on the other, we're trading below the VWAP. So surely NQ is the more weaker asset in this case. So in my opinion, we should look for longs on ES and for shorts on NQ. We do have a D shape here on NQ at the moment for the volume profile, and we just rejected or bouncing from the value area low in confluence with the previous day equilibrium. Although I don't like this trade because look at the delta, it's just pointing lower and lower. And yeah, I don't feel the highest probability taking a long here, even though it's playing out. We're seeing a lot of buys here on ES since New York Open and price is not really going up. That means a lot of absorption from limit cells in this area. We could see a sweep of the overnight low on NQ, but looking at the delta, that doesn't give me the most confidence. Even though we're trading above the VWAP on ES, I think if we're going to hit the overnight low on NQ, we're going to trade below the VWAP on ES. And if you look at the 30-minute chart, you can see that we're one time framing both on the 5 and 30-minute chart. So this is not the highest probability trade, the overnight low sweep, even though we might get a reaction because it's a tier 2 level. You might see a quick scalp, but yeah. By the way, I'm sitting in minus 250 on both accounts. I don't think this is the wisest trade I can take here. I think a better trade would be a short from the ATMA in confluence with the previous day equilibrium, in confluence with the value area low of the day to see a continuation lower. But we're not getting that. So you can see here on the footprint, we made 2 buying blocks into the previous day equilibrium, and then we lost them. And as soon as we lost them, I entered this scalp trade, this short scalp trade. I'm going to move my take profit lower. And hopefully we'll see a reaction here, a nice reaction. So I was $200 in profit in this trade. That would have been my initial take profit had I entered with 10 micros. Therefore, I'm thinking of moving my take profit to break even just to not lose any money in this trade anymore. But I won the trade eventually, so my TP got hit. So you saw there a really interesting trade here. Even though we had a positive delta into the backtest of the value low and the previous day equilibrium, we created these 2 buy blocks here, and as soon as we lost them, we trapped those buyers, and ES also was rejecting from the previous day high level, so that gave me reason enough to enter, even though we didn't see enough weakness on delta specifically. But as soon as we trapped the traders and we started trading below, I figured this is a good enough entry for me to take the short trade here. And now we swept the overnight low, but delta is weak. And I don't know if I want to take this long, even though it's playing out. Yeah, look at it. It's already playing out. Yeah. I am in a good place at the moment. I made my loss back and I'm $150 in profit. So yeah, let's chill out. Let's take it easy. There's no rush in taking any trade. Let's see what the market is trying to do here and go with the trend, go with momentum. Look at the ATMA and how it's holding price down. This is indicative of a strong downtrend at the moment, even though ES is just consolidating inside a tight range. You can see here the volume profile, and it's looking like a D shape since New York Open. Yeah, we went higher, and now we're going lower. So if this is going to be our daily range on ES, we might just see, look at this, the 30-minute volume profile. Don't mind the low volume during the after-hour session. What's important is the big volume that came in since New York Open. That's what created the shape of the profile. But we didn't even close the A session of today's trading session, so it's still way early to figure out what the market is trying to communicate to us in terms of picking a direction for trending or ranging day, that is. To be honest, I don't really like today's price action that much. Look at NQ, the delta is falling off a cliff, and ES is moving upwards. And yeah, we're both consolidating towards the downside, but still ES is the stronger asset in this case, and NQ is just, yeah, consolidating in a downtrend, but that makes sense. We're just moving lower, but sideways at the same time. So it's just kind of chopping around. Even though delta is pointing lower, we're seeing it now, that continuation lower. But still, this is a difficult trading environment. If you look at it on ES, on the 30-minute chart, we did get a sweep of the 5666 level, and now we're going lower with single reaction. We're fighting with the previous day very high. We did close, I think, a 1-minute candle inside the previous day high level. So at this point, yeah, things are not that bullish, and we're just coming closer towards the previous week value low here on NQ and the previous day value low, which might be an interesting level, but we'll have to wait and see. Because if we lose this level, then there's a long way to drop until our next support level. And you can see that here. On ES, it's the same discussion. If we're losing the previous day point of control, we have a long way to go until support, 100 ticks. But yeah, let's see. Right now, we're seeing weakness. Although I'm not quite confident in shorting here, the ATMA. Yeah, that's just me. It's a nice short out into the ATMA. Look at the delta. So from 100 positive delta, we're closing the candle on 0 or even negative delta. ES is much stronger here. So if we had the same delta on ES, so from 400 closing it much lower, I would have been more confident in shorting here on NQ. But yeah, this is we're seeing weakness only on NQ, and we're seeing strength on ES. So I don't want to short the ATMA in these conditions. Even though the trade is playing out, I just made back my money. I'm positive for the day, and this isn't the highest probability trade that I can find today. And I just rather be a bit more patient for a trade, because look at the 5 minute. We're closing the 5 minute in 20 seconds, and if we're going to close this 5 minute above the overnight low, we're going to see probably some continuation higher. And yeah, we're seeing that just now. So it's a good thing I did a short, because you have to, as a trader, decide which trades are worthwhile and which aren't. And in this case, this wasn't the highest probability trade, because we didn't get confluence on both assets. One asset was stronger and the other was weaker. So in that case, the confluence is lower. So yeah, we would have just gotten stopped out here. We wouldn't have had a proper stop loss here, stop loss placement. So our invalidation would have been high. So yeah. And here comes drop. But you'd have to be a bit crazy to long here, because we're one-time framing on both the 30 and 5 minute charts on both assets now. So yeah, ES is not quite there yet, but still it's not the best longing environment. As you can see, we're just seeing more and more negative delta coming in, and the ATMA held. And yeah, we saw lower from here, but yeah, I didn't have a great invalidation for this trade. So yeah, I didn't see it as the best probability trade, even though ES was chopping around POC, VWAP, and yeah, a lot of indecision in my eyes there. We did close this 1 minute candle below the value area low, so who knows, this might be a nice short or long scalp here. But yeah, I'm not that confident in longing against a strong trend. Yeah, I'm in a good spot. I don't want to ruin my PNL for the day, so just waiting for more clarity. I don't want to be initiative today. I want to be responsive, and yeah, go with strength, not try to initiate the move. So just as Rivalry said in his channel, we did close the 30-minute candle here inside previous day price action, and we saw continuation lower, and we did the same thing here on NQ, closing 30-minute candles inside previous day value area, and we saw continuation lower. So yeah, even though the indexes were not one-to-one, and one of them was leading, we just had to wait until the A session was closed for more clarity. And now that we got that, let's see what the market is trying to do. Will we try to close back inside the previous day value area low and rotate once again the previous day value area? And yeah, same thing on ES, will we try to close above the yesterday's point of control and push higher? Or yeah, let's see. This is a really tough trade here on the ATMA, not keen on taking it. So if you want to see price go higher, we need to hold this area right here. Yeah, we need to claim this area above both value area low of the weekend yesterday. Yeah, at the moment we need to see how we close the 30-minute candle. Is it going to be below previous day point of control or above it? And here on NQ, I'm already looking for shorts. As Rivalry said, we're already in an imbalance, because if we close below previous day point of control, it doesn't matter what reaction we get here at the previous day low, because we're just going to rotate ES until previous day value low. So yeah, there's no point in looking for a long here. And right now, yeah, just keep an eye out for shorts, and let's trade with the trend. This is something that I was talking about. You saw that this 1 minute candle is not closed yet, but we pushed a little bit higher, and the ATMA was right here. And now that we pushed lower, the ATMA came down, and now it's a hit. So I asked Muff if he trades this, what would you call it, this assumed hits on the EMAs, and he said he's not, but I saw sometimes we get nice reactions, just as this one, 120 tick reaction, based on, yeah, assuming that price will push lower. And yeah, but your invalidation would have been quite high, 100 ticks higher. So yeah, not the best trade in my opinion for my position currently. Here we go again, a push into the ATMA. Delta is strong, 300 positive delta. Let's see if we tap it. Previous day open is holding us up. ES is currently breaching the EMA CVD line. So this might be actually a good area for a short here on NQ. Trade here, look at the reaction, look at the delta. I'm going to place my trade profit quite low. If we're going to take the high, once again, I'm looking to be out of this trade. I don't want to be in the trade anymore. So my stop loss is quite close here, only $100 away. But yeah, this could turn into a really profitable trade. Let's see how it plays out. Yeah, I think I'm going to get stopped out of this one. Yeah, got stopped out of this one. We saw a nice CV delta reaction here on this level, but yeah, ES just wants to go higher apparently. Let's see if I'm going to get stopped out and now the move is going to happen. This can happen sometimes. I could try it again here. Okay, I'm trying to take the same trade once more. Let's see if this time it's going to play out or not. That ES is quite strong here. Look at the delta. Let's see if it's going to push lower or we're going to get stopped once again in this trade. I'm forcing my luck a bit here, but yeah. Let's see. So we got the initial push lower. If we're going to move higher, I want to be out of this trade. So I got out at break even, and yeah, I'm just not confident in this trade here. So you see ES came in with 1,600 positive delta in that 1 minute candle. So it's a good thing that I got out. I would have gotten stopped and I would have lost 200, even though I was in profit for $100 something in this trade. Yeah, it's not worth risking it. Okay, so most important thing for today was where the 30-minute candles were closing and the fact that all of those positive delta that we saw on ES didn't mean that people were buying in, pushing price higher. It might have meant that larger players were filling in their limit shorts. And yeah, we closed the 30-minute candles inside previous day. So that meant we're just going to see lower, the probability were for lower, and NQ was leading today. So yeah, this was a really technical day, as Rivalry said, and I just hope I learned something from it. Yeah, so I took this ATMA short. It's a bit aggressive. We bounced from a naked value area low, so probably I'm going to get stopped out. I just got stopped out. Yeah, the 8 didn't hold in this case. We bounced from the naked value area low, and on ES, we front ran the previous day equilibrium, so I thought we're going to hit the previous day equilibrium. That's why I entered here aggressively in this trade. And yeah, let's see what happens, because I might think that we might just go push lower because, yeah, don't really like how we left that level on ES. And we might do that now, or we might just push higher to the what's it called, the, yeah, if I were to short, I should short now and place my stop above the high, but it's still quite aggressive. I just lost the same trade in the same area on the chart 1 minute ago. So yeah, it's not the highest probability trade here. ES is hitting the CVD line, backtesting it. So I feel more confident in taking the short on ES actually than on NQ. You can see that here. And I think I'll do just that. Take the short here. Oh. Yeah, so I took the short here on ES. I'm targeting the previous day equilibrium. Let's see if this is going to play out. We hit the CVD line, we hit the selling imbalances, the ATMA. Now we're getting a nice reaction here. On NQ, we're doing the same thing, but not quite as strongly as on the ES. I'm $100 in profit, and I'm not sure I want to get stopped out of this trade. Thinking of placing my take profit to break even, but that would mean that I'm not really allowing the trade room to breathe and unfold. And yeah, not sure if I'm going to do that or not. Yeah, so the trade is turning against me now. We saw that we went in profit for $100. I could have locked in there, but I wanted to see the lows being taken once more and hit the previous day equilibrium. We also rejected from the EMA CVD line. And right now the trade is looking kind of bad. NQ is making higher highs here, on higher highs on the 1 minute local trend. And yeah, let's see if we're going to see the trade play out on ES, or we're going to see the 24 EMA getting hit on the NQ. I'm thinking of allowing price a little more room to breathe and placing my stop above the 24 EMA in case we are going to test it. I'm also thinking of compounding this trade on ES, because the 8 is holding price down. We didn't breach the CVD line. And yeah, the trading idea is not invalidated, although we didn't see the reaction that I was looking for initially. So yeah, let's see where the 5 minute high is. It's at 5642.25. So this is the 5 minute high. Yeah, I'm thinking of placing my stop here. And if I'm going to lose this trade, that's it for today. I'm going to stop trading. And yeah, let's see how it unfolds. We did front run the previous day equilibrium. We did hit a naked value low here on NQ. And yeah, right now I'm just waiting to see if this trade is going to play out or not. Yeah, it's not looking that good. You're seeing the positive delta coming back in here. But we have another chance at the overnight low and 24 EMA. Let's see if the previous bar high on the 5 minute is going to hold. So this is the level that needs to hold. My stop is just above this level, or it's right at the level. I'm going to place it just a little bit higher.
Owner cancel.
Yeah. NQ had a nice clear reaction here on this naked value low. You can see it here. And ES is also respecting the downtrend. The 30 minute is one time framing, the 5 minute is one time framing. We didn't take any previous bar highs here. But yeah, we're starting to see some strength here. Still, here on NQ, we're hitting the 24 EMA here. So this is a place where we want to see price reject and move lower. I don't know if we're going to see that. If we're going to claim this area on ES, I'm going to assume that we're going to rotate the previous week range, and I'm going to get stopped out on ES. So this is a must hold place on the chart where price needs to reject, but apparently we're just moving through it with power. And yeah, ES is doing the same thing. I think I'm going to get stopped here, unfortunately. And yeah. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of positive momentum here. We did close on the 24 EMA on the overnight low. So let's see if it holds. If it's not going to hold, yeah, this is the end for today. I'm thinking of getting out here at breakeven and calling it a day. Yeah, there's a market isn't looking weak at the moment. It isn't weakening as it wants to go lower. So there's no point in me waiting to get my stop fill there. I think I'm just going to get out for a partial loss here. NQ is moving higher and is the stronger asset in this case, in the sense that we rotated, we pushed much lower from NQ, and it seems like it's wanting to bounce back from this area. We are going to close the 30-minute candle in 2 minutes, so I just want to see the volume injection in the next 30-minute candle if we're going to go lower or higher. Yeah, NQ is pushing higher. Looks like there's no stopping it at this point, so don't think there's any point in me waiting for the next 30-minute candle. The previous bar high on ES is still holding for the moment. So the trading idea is still not invalidated, but it's quickly turning around. So I'm thinking of getting out for a loss here. Yeah, so the trade didn't play out. I should have put more focus on the fact that we hit a naked value low and we took the liquidity. And this was a strong level to bounce from that I was waiting for in my daily plan. and I threw that out of the window and was focused more on an aggressive entry on the ATMA for trend continuation after we front ran the previous day Equilibrium and NQ, and after we saw that we're not going to get that trade multiple times. I've been in profit 2 times in this trade for $100, and most of the time I've been underwater in the trade, and I could have and should have not kept it for such a long time. And yeah, I could have exited the trade a lot sooner than I did. But yeah, that's a good learning lesson and nothing to add for that matter. So now we're seeing the backtest of the ATMA in this case, and I'm thinking of going with momentum. We're rejecting from the 50 SMA here on ES, but we took the previous bar high, even though we didn't close above it. Right now, I think we might still see continuation lower. So yeah, if we're going to push lower from here on NQ, I'm going to be out of this trade for a loss. And if we're going to push higher, I want to take profit at the New York view up over there. But let's first see how this is going to play out. And yeah, I only took this trade on the second account because I didn't activate my daily loss limit on this one. Yeah, so apparently I'm not going to win this position either. It's going against me. As soon as I entered, I wasn't in profit, so I think I'm just going to exit this trade for a loss. It's a pity, actually, that it's unfolding in this way. Yeah, this is the last line in the sand at 24 EMA, but ES is pushing lower now, so just got bird here, wanting to make some money back. Let's see, compounding the 24 EMA, make or break. ES is backtesting the CVD line. Let's see if this is going to hold. Yeah, so that was it for me today. I closed the trade for a loss. Don't think I'm going to take any more trades for the day. I did not read the market properly today. I think we're going to push lower on ES here because we didn't take the previous bar high with the candle close, and yeah, we just wicked above it, and now we saw the rejection here. Initially, I had my stop placed a couple of ticks above in case of this happening, but then I decided to place it lower around here because I saw that if we're going to go above it, there's no point in me being in the trade, but we just picked above the level, and yeah, we bounced back low, so I wouldn't have lost $200 in this trade, and I would have been $100 in profit at this point. But yeah, bad trading session for me, so yeah. Thinking of gambling this evaluation and entering a 3-contract trade here, but the stop loss is quite far, and yeah, I'm not seeing anything in price that would give me confidence in this trade. Yeah, let's try to build a position.
Cancelled. Cancelled.
Going to place my stop at break even in case we come back here.
Cancelled.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the trade if we come back. I want to see the trade play out right now. So if we move lower, then there's no point in me being in this trade anymore. I did fumble it earlier. I closed the trade prematurely, even though we didn't hit my take profit, my stop loss. And yeah, it's a bad sign because I'm not trading objectively. I'm trading subjectively and based on the fact that I incurred a loss and I don't want to continue incur losses. So yeah, this is a bad sign.